what the hell is happening with SPY right now.
I still feel like retail is gonna get absolutely clapped on a rug pull.
Cash out.
Yeah, exactly.
Sell,
People
but
don't know.
retail thinks it's gonna go to the moon when it actually already mooned.
You're most likely gonna lose money on that trade.
Like anywhere I take this, I'll be okay.
Don't listen to headlines. Social media is the worst. Choose who to watch on YouTube. Sniper Trader, obviously, only.
This is the first thing in my life I never gave up.
We're in Montreal, boys.
I know.
It's freaking freezing here, man.
Yo, buddy, it's absolutely cold.
I don't know how you live in here, man.
I know.
I said that. I said, what did I say? I felt like I teleported. I woke up in South Florida. I was working with everybody in the Discord. Get on a flight and I'm like in like negative 14 degree. Everybody's speaking French. There's snow. It didn't make sense. I love it
Trust
though.
me.
It's cool.
He sent us both a video of in flip flops. I gotta stop swearing.
Why? How did you think so?
I don't know. My dad will be pissed.
Yeah, you came out in
Do you guys wanna-
shorts,
you
came
wanna, like,
in a
actually start?
jacket.
Dude, I don't know what the hell is happening with SPY right now. Like, we're literally make or break levels. It's getting worrying, man, because like I don't know. It's like we don't have that much data from these levels. Soon we're gonna be we're not even have higher key levels. We're gonna have to make key levels from the previous day.
It's gonna be like psychological key
Yeah.
levels. It's gonna get to the point.
When you guys watched the last podcast though, you said it. New highs, 460.
Yeah.
What do we close at?
460.
80, 89. Touched it Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's validating in price, and I think we're gonna get higher. Too many people are bearish, man. When too many people are bearish, we're gonna go fucking up.
Yeah. What are you looking at right now for stock wise? Because if you're bullish on the market, like, what are you paying attention to?
I personally like the cyclical stocks, like from the IWM, PayPal, Rivian. Really like those stocks. They've been beat down so badly.
Like Rivian?
And, yeah, they've just been beat down from like hundreds all the way to the 50s, and Rivian is in like in the 20s or 18s,
Yeah.
and they're at great support if you look at the daily chart of 1 year.
Yeah.
PayPal makes money.
Mm-hmm.
PayPal makes a lot of money. I know it's like a political thing. I'm not gonna go in depth like that, but I really like PayPal.
PayPal's good.
Yeah,
It's
I
just
got
like
some shares in them.
just like Neo, dude. Like we saw this thing at like $60 and everyone was so bullish. And it's like what, $7 now? You just hit a banger play. What happened? What was that play?
I was playing the earnings. That's why.
Earnings.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I was playing
Earnings are scary, guys.
The risk reward was great. Well, I didn't pay options. I played shares, but I caught it at the 52-week lows, so
well,
might as well. I just
good
swing
risk
shares,
reward,
yeah.
right?
So is that what you're doing when you're taking a swing trade?
Just a YOLO play. Like
On YOLO trades?
I rarely swing, but
Yeah.
I saw like the risk reward was very good. It was at 52-week lows. It's beat down so badly.
Yeah.
It has to pop a little bit, and which it did.
Yeah.
So I don't keep it though. Like
What's popping next other than PayPal? I know you're in PayPal right now.
I'm in PayPal.
Yeah. What else? Like what's on anyone's radar?
I really think the banks are gonna keep going up. Personally, I really don't like them. They're
Yeah.
a little slow, but everything, man, everything. SPY's taking everything up.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen like Microsoft? It just keeps making weekly highs.
Yeah,
52
Nvidia
week
too.
highs. Nvidia, everything. Man. It's
Nvidia's
crazy.
worth almost close to what Apple's worth.
Yeah.
Isn't that
No
nuts?
way.
Dude, it's insane. I heard that earnings, what Q3 earnings, it ran like $100.
Yeah.
It's insane. I still feel like retail is gonna get absolutely clapped on a rug pull.
Because
Oh,
they're
for sure.
looking at those gaps below. Like,
Yeah.
there's like gaps in the video where like in the 200s range.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's wild, and that's where everybody's looking at. And
Yeah.
retail is gonna keep mooning it. I mean, market makers are gonna keep mooning it.
Yeah. Yo, tell me if I'm wrong. Me and my dad always talk about this, and he's like he doesn't have like an investment background, but he's like pro bank shares for the dividend.
Yeah.
And I guess technically he's right when it comes to they've never missed a payment, you know what I mean? And their dividends always pay, dividend keeps going up, but I don't agree with it. I don't agree with the banks being this high And with paying that much of a dividend at the moment, I don't know how long it's going to last until a bank just stops paying dividend. Like, because it's been safe, right? A lot of people are doing that, especially people in the banking industry. Smarter people from starting with at a young age for a safe return. They're investing in banks. And my dad is preaching it. Same with a lot of older people. But something tells me, like, I don't feel comfortable keeping big size in a bank just for a 4 or 5% dividend. What's your opinion on it? I could just have a tinfoil hat on. I don't know, but like,
See, we mooned like 50 points in like a month,
yeah,
and a lot of retail didn't expect that. And
Mhm.
before, a lot of people had money in money markets, CDs and stuff.
yeah,
So the banks would give you what, like 3, 4, 5% interest a year,
Mhm.
and it would be safe because SPY was just tanking.
Mhm.
So nobody really wanted to invest in stocks.
Mhm.
So I feel like it was like safer before.
Mhm.
Now I feel like everybody's pulling money out of the bank and just like FOMOing into stocks.
yeah,
Into
So
tech,
that's
a
when
lot.
market makers, I feel personally myself, that's when like the stock market collapses soon,
yeah.
and it's back to the banks.
What
It's
do you
like a
feel
cycle.
about what do you feel about the dividends? Like, do you think they're gonna even in a crash, a hypothetical crash? Do you think dividends are still gonna get paid? Is there risk?
I think banks will always get bailed out though.
Definitely.
At the end of the day, by the government. But like looking at like the evolution of the market, right? Like that to me is an old style of trading.
Yeah.
When people were able to get an Apple at like $60 and hold it for 10, 15 years,
Mhm.
we have to adapt to what we have in front of us now,
Mhm.
right? And that's why we're scalping day trading. We end up sitting on cash at the end of the day,
Yeah.
unless we're in SPXS
Yeah.
or something long term that we're looking to hold.
Yeah.
But like even with my father, it's that style of trading back then. You could just pump money into a 401k dividends, and you're just gonna get a return
Yeah,
year
just on
over
a
year. It's
drip.
not big, but it's
Yeah.
gonna grow and grow.
Yeah.
And I don't think we're gonna end up getting to a point in the market where we're gonna peak again, and it's all gonna come back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really depends what you want. It's like we mostly day trade, so that's like intraday,
Yeah.
Mhm.
swing trading, if you could say. Then like like 90% speculate,
Mhm.
social
Yeah.
media,
Yeah.
and then there's investing.
Yeah.
But investing, it's like long term, like Warren Buffett. That's
Yeah.
when the dividends go in play.
Exactly.
Because if you think about it, like you could do a dividend play and like say like I'm gonna hold this for a year, but look at AT&T, it's collapsing.
Yeah.
It has like one of the highest dividends, but it's just collapsing. So
Yeah.
you're losing money
Yeah.
on the stock, but you're making a little dividend. So
Yeah.
A lot
like
of
if you
people
think
that
about it, for 10 years you'll hold, probably
Yeah.
you'll make money.
yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of
Yeah.
people that are in it for dividends, they just roll those back into the stock.
Yeah.
You know, and they're not pulling
That
that
drip
out.
system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But majority of the stocks are actually down
Yeah.
year over year.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how they get you, I guess. Like
Yeah.
we'll pay you a dividend, but we'll like suck you in of the
But we're
share
not
price.
sure if this if it's gonna come down.
That's why I don't like swinging much. Like I swing a little bit, like the ones that I have like. I like PayPal
Yeah.
as I spoke about.
But
I really
long-term
like PayPal.
investing down to a dividend stock, what are you choosing? And what are you looking for? And do you even trust dividend?
I don't, not yet.
I don't either.
I'm not at the level yet. I feel
Yeah.
like I rather like keep getting my money and investing it. Like I like real estate more,
Yeah.
but dividend I'm not there yet.
Yeah.
And if
Maybe I
you're
just don't
thinking big
understand it.
cash though, like a lot of these IRAs and CDs are paying close to 6%.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Why not just tie your money up in there for a 6 month or stagger them out, right? Do a 6 month, a 12 month, a 15 month.
Mhm.
I mean, in my opinion, that's a lot safer
Yeah.
in this market than
Yeah.
waiting for a dividend.
100%. I wish if I can go back in time, the only dividend that I would want, or the only time I would think of a dividend as being a good idea, just for myself personally, is if I was in high school, man, working and buying like bank stocks, especially like anyone new trader right now who's like sub 20, like buying a dividend stock that has a drip on something safe. I think at that age makes the most sense.
For sure.
And
Like
you just like paycheck to paycheck, like buy like a $50 one here, or buy
Yeah.
another one here, like with your paychecks. I think like that is,
I have a long-term bias. For me, it's even a short-term bias that we're going to get to those levels.
yeah.
That's why I don't even want to
Trust me,
invest
I
in
know,
dividends.
I know.
Like I feel like we're going to have like a crazy collapse.
Yeah.
Once, especially when they lower the interest rates, like historically, that's what happens.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like we're going to reach the levels where SPY is going to go like 350,
Yeah.
like 3,500 on SPX.
Mm-hmm.
That's the play of dividends, I think.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to do dividends when like we're at the highs. Like what are we, like 7 points away of like all-time highs?
Yeah.
Like why would we even like think of dividend plays at that time?
Mm-hmm.
It's like buy when everything is just like crazy blood red.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We'll have to see what brings us to the new year, Q1, Q2.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna still keep running highs.
Yeah.
I'd
Me
like
too.
I'd like to record this right now, and then like our next podcast, we're gonna be like,
Yo,
guys, look at
Spies at
500.
Spies at 500.
He'll be in
Yeah, we
YouTube
told
in 2
you.
weeks. Yeah.
But why do you guys think that 98% of the traders fail in their career?
I'll take this one. So
Alright.
a lot of traders, the majority traders, like they fail. They are impatient. They size in very, very like they size in like 100% of their account, taking especially 0 days expirations, and they're just not patient with their key levels. They don't even know what key levels are, and key levels are very important. Just by waiting for the high of day or like the low of day and just entering it, like you could just enter a trade at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. If we reach a high of day, just wait until a retest.
Yeah.
Like that's why I love the retest method. You could just take one quality trade.
Yeah.
But like a lot of people just 9:30 hits, let's start gambling. Casinos open, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Las Vegas all day.
Do you
Come
think-
on.
baby.
Do you think social media is the problem too?
100%.
Like people are posting these crazy gains and
Like these
and-
random YouTubers, like this stock's in a 10x.
Yeah.
Like just like what's happening in the crypto right now.
Yeah.
Like every time I'm on YouTube, it's just like the next coins that will 1,000 times your money.
yeah.
And it's like people just get soaked into it, just like new traders. And don't get me wrong, some of them will work, especially when you're investing in high risk investments like stocks and shares or cryptocurrencies. That you are going to know people that make crazy gains, like someone who puts $5,000 in and makes 60, and then it's the person who makes the 60 who thinks they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's when people fail, because
Yeah.
you make a shit ton of money off the bat, like a lot, right? Comparative to your account, what it originally was. And then they're not educated to continue growing that money. Like the situation I've been in too. When you make quick money never lasts. Never lasts.
Depends on where we are, like economically also. Like if the money printer is on.
Yeah.
Like we had crazy quantitative easing
Yeah.
where money was free.
Yeah.
Like they would just hand out like what, 2,000 stimulus dollars. Like in America, we had that. I don't know if you guys had that in Canada.
Oh,
We
yeah.
had
we
a
had like
couple
CERB.
We had a couple
syrup,
of checks,
probably
like
bottles, maple syrup bottles to them.
$1,000, $2,000 for everybody, and
100%.
that's why stocks like even like you said, Neo mooned. I know those coins mooned,
Yeah.
Bitcoin, Dogecoin, all that stuff.
Yeah. So
Like
people
they were
get
going
lucky.
up, yeah.
And they don't know what to do with the money.
Cash out,
Yeah, exactly.
sell,
People
but
don't know.
retail thinks it's gonna go to the moon when it actually already mooned.
Mhm.
So yeah,
I think, like, going back to your question, why did 98% of traders fail? I think that's what a lot of traders are focusing on, and they're trying not to make that mistake instead of asking the question, why do 2% of traders, why are they successful? Why is there only 2% of traders successful? What is that 2% doing? People are not asking that. They're trying not to make the mistakes of the 98% of people, but they're not asking the question of why these 2% people, why are these guys successful? What are they doing that I'm not doing and these people aren't doing? What's making them in the top 2%? And people aren't focusing on that. They're focusing on why everyone else fails. They're trying not to make the mistake, but they don't know. They're not asking the question of how that 2% is able to continuously grow and be profitable, right? Because it's very easy to say 98% of traders fail because they overtrade, right? It's like, that's like a cliche line to say. Of course, overtrading is bad, but if you ask the 2% why they are successful, it's probably gonna be like, because we wait for the best setups at
Or
the
we
best
sell
price.
too fast.
Or we sell too fast.
I always kick myself. Like I'll see a play and it'll just run, and like I'll be in it perfect. Like we were on the phone, we were on FaceTime, and we both entered at a level you called out, and it started going in our direction. He jumped ship, and I'm like, it looks like it's gonna bounce, and then I jump ship, and then it just flushed.
Yeah.
And that's how I keep money in my account, right?
Yeah, you can't go broke taking
you
profits.
pay
People
yourself?
don't get that.
you gotta have rules for yourself.
Yeah.
Don't trade opening bell. Don't swing trade. Keep an open mind. Don't
Yeah.
listen to headlines. Social media is the worst. Choose who to watch on YouTube. Sniper Trader, obviously, only. You gotta
Sniper,
have rules for
dailysniper.com.
yourself.
Yeah.
You gotta have rules. And retail traders, they go on social media. They see Tesla's hot. everybody's talking about Tesla. It's like trending, and then market makers do the opposite of what it trends,
Yeah.
and that's how everybody gets screwed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew I wasn't gonna get through this podcast without somebody bringing up Tesla.
Yeah.
That's your favorite, man.
No,
Talk
it's
about
not.
your experience.
No, it's just it was an earnings play, right?
Yeah.
It was a gamble.
A
And-
YOLO.
And it was a hard lesson learned.
There you go. Yeah,
And
don't
I'm
YOLO,
still,
don't
I'm still
swing.
stuck in it.
It doesn't matter how much
Yeah.
money you have, man. You like it can be taken from you any time.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you can't afford the risk, don't
Yeah.
take it.
100%.
Yeah,
And know the risk about it.
trading is all about like making it to tomorrow,
Yeah.
making it to next week. Like save your capital. Don't
My best days are when we're done by like 10:30,
for
11
sure,
o'clock.
man.
And that was something that you said. Like,
Yeah.
what, in your opinion, like, what's the biggest benefit from trading? Being
You
a
just
day
said
trader
it.
for you. Is
By
it- is
by
that it?
10 o'clock, like we reached our daily goal. I can imagine Steve reaching his weekly goals. It's like, dude,
Like the first
we're
10
good.
minutes.
Yeah.
We're
I
good.
know.
There's a day of the month where I could just say I reached my monthly goal.
Yeah.
We could just shut down the computer and just go on
Yeah.
vacation for a month.
But do you think we take
We
that for
have those
granted
days.
after a while?
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
Just like on Wednesday, guys, I called Ryan and he was changing his oil on his car. It was noon.
Yeah. If
And
that.
then I'm just like, I stopped and I'm like, dude, do you understand what you're doing right now? He's like, what are you talking about? I'm changing my oil. I'm like, no,
Yeah.
it's Wednesday at noon, midday, and you have time to go outside and give your oil change to your own car.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes we take that shit for granted. And he's like, dude, I didn't like, we're so accustomed to this, we
Yeah.
don't appreciate it. Because at our old jobs, we could have never done that.
No.
We'd be just taking our lunch break or just getting back from lunch, and we're done for the day. And he's able to walk out to his garage and give him his oil change. You know what I mean? Like,
For sure, man.
it's when
Yeah,
it's-
the biggest flex isn't really the money; it's more the time.
Time, yeah.
yeah.
Like it's the best. Like when you go to like personally, like I like to go to a Russian bathhouse because I'm in New York, and going there Monday to Friday, it's the best. Because Saturday, Sunday, it's so congested.
Yeah.
Like in the middle of the day, me and my homies, we just go there at 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock,
Mhm.
have sit down and just chill, man.
Yeah.
And that's the best because it's empty. Not a lot of people are privileged to go at that time.
Yeah.
So trading definitely allows you to do stuff like that.
100%.
But you
brings
got
me-
to be disciplined.
Yeah, no, I agree. Which brings me to my next point that I'm very curious. When you're trading, what shit. Omar, cut this. What was I
I'm
gonna
gonna take
say?
a drink now.
Yeah. Hold on. I need to. This is gonna get cut. I gotta fix my fucking.
Yeah.
I'm sweating my balls off.
Biggest advantage.
you guys hot?
This is
'cause
cool though. We don't even have to cut this.
Yeah.
Shows our
Yeah,
personality.
you know what? Yo, Omar, keep this in. I
Don't
don't
cut
give a
this, Omar.
shit.
Come on.
Sorry, I got
AC.
yo, I literally got too much going on here.
That was a good drink. Yeah. What were you trying to say? Got
Which
those
brings me
notes.
to my next question is what is your favorite benefit of being a day trader? Like the positions that we are in now, what is the greatest benefit that you appreciate the most?
Biggest benefit is of being a day trader is you're 100% cash at 4 o'clock, and you
Yeah.
sleep good. If you got a girlfriend or a wife, like you won't be like emotional and stuff. You don't have to look at the phone.
No, like to your actual life. Like what is it? Well, how is it benefiting you? The job that you have right now being a day trader, we all do stuff on the side, but I mean like being an actual day trader, what is the benefit to your life?
You're free. You're not time constrained.
Yeah.
You don't have a boss to answer to.
Yeah.
You don't have a 9 to 5, like as they say. Obviously the money is good,
Mm-hmm.
but it all depends on if like you're disciplined and if you're survived to trade another day.
Yeah.
But that comes with like time and discipline. But basically overall, it's you could just be wherever you are on the go anytime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he's doing his oil change, I could just chill at a restaurant with my boys
Yeah.
midday, Monday to Friday. I love that.
100%.
Well, that's what I was telling my girl too. So when she finishes school, she could take a travel contract
Mm-hmm.
as a nurse, APRN, and we can go anywhere.
Yeah.
And I told her, I was like, you just say the word,
Mm-hmm.
we'll go get a condo. All I need is my laptop.
Mhm.
That's it.
Yeah.
And
You
look
know?
at us now. Look
And-
where we were yesterday.
Yeah, I know.
I arrived, Ryan arrived, and you arrived at Friday morning.
yeah.
Yeah.
While everybody's at their jobs, we
Yeah.
took a flight. We came here.
Yeah.
Like we're not really like constrained.
You better believe
Thank
I caught
God.
puts though Friday morning with the group though before I left.
Yeah, no, I know. You
You
definitely
bank on
got a
those.
banger.
Shout out to Gundy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I rephrased that question wrong. what, not just a day trader, what do you benefit the most from being financially stable? Like, what do you appreciate the most when you take money out the picture?
Out the picture,
Yeah.
helping
like
others.
since we don't need the like you're not paycheck to paycheck anymore, right? So like what's the greatest benefit of having money in your opinion? Like
It's just, I
in
sleep
your
better.
regular
Not
life?
It's just,
stressing
the
over money.
stress,
Yeah.
and helping others also make that money.
Yeah.
Because like I could like stop trading, which I actually post several times. Like, guys, I'm done trading on the Discord,
Yeah.
and I could just still keep messaging, just to help others out. Like, I'll show my charts, I'll show my analysis.
Yeah.
I'll even say, guys, get in.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
not
such a-
in,
that's
but
like the-
guys, get in.
Yeah.
And it could be a crazy banger,
Yeah.
which I had before. But
Yeah.
like helping others,
Yeah.
it's really nice.
Tell me that's not the best feeling.
It's the best
Like
feeling,
you call
man.
it a play and you just see W's flooding the
Yeah,
chat.
it's the best feeling.
Everybody's making money.
Yeah.
This is why we created it though.
Yeah.
This company and this Discord.
Yeah, we got the best group. We
Yeah.
really do.
It's
We
a
help each other.
powerhouse.
We're very positive.
Yeah.
And it's just it's a community where like we have these successful traders.
Yeah.
We really have the same stories.
We do.
Yeah.
Like we
Just
lost
different,
a
like-
shit ton of money,
Yeah.
and that's what brought us together here.
I know a lot of people probably don't want to hear that too, but it's like that's your learning lesson, right? That's your tuition fee to the market.
Yeah.
In either if it's the funded accounts, which we all recommend, right?
Yeah.
Starting out funded in a prop firm to kind of learn the discipline of the market before you start blowing thousands here and thousands there.
I just literally learned about that prop firm.
Yeah, they're pretty
Game
cool.
changer. I would have saved hundreds of
Yeah,
thousands.
they're pretty cool,
I
and
knew
they're
this.
very inexpensive.
Shout out
right?
Gundy. Like he literally
Yeah.
brought it out, and I'm
Yeah.
like, whoa, what the hell?
Let's
I
talk
never knew
about
this.
robbing prop firms. We robbed the shit out of them.
Yeah.
We found out how to not be the 99% of people who fail at funded accounts. Like we've literally learned in all like separate ways, because obviously guys, we've like failed at them before. We blew up funded accounts for sure, not getting used to it, but it's a hack. They're gonna go like they're paying us because we know how to beat them, right? It is a game that not a lot of people can beat, but we've discovered a way how to beat them and how to be profitable. And same with our team. We have multiple moderators in the Discord that are making 5 to 20 grand bi-weekly through funded accounts,
Crazy.
guys.
Yeah.
Like that is freaking nuts. And
Insane.
it's once you figure that out, there's no need to invest in your own money and risk your own money.
Like $100 a month also
Yeah, it's
to
like
maintain.
100%.
It's
Yeah, but you could
insane.
take like a $2,000. What was it, 2,000 out of a 50K account twice a month?
Like
Yeah.
a drawdown or
Yeah,
something.
no,
that's
you
what they
could
say?
you could withdraw it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But you know what I like about our community? Like as we grow, we're starting to get like little sectors for everybody, right? So we got a whole entire future side that's running. We got options. We got swing traders. We have
yeah.
different moderators like Jim C calls out crazy swing trades.
Yeah.
Unbelievable plays.
Jim C, dude.
Yeah.
Options, swing trades,
like,
penny stocks.
He's always
futures,
printing.
You name it.
Like
Jim
he
C,
could have his
yeah.
own channel alone,
Yeah.
and it would just print money.
Yeah.
But
he
like the
does.
fact that we're all collectively like growing together,
Yeah.
and we have like all these opportunities and sections for like someone's niche, right?
Yeah.
So like if prop firms are your thing, like you won't feel left out. Like you got it there.
Yeah.
So
No,
it's
I
dude,
know.
it's just gonna keep going, right?
Yeah.
It's gonna keep-
Positive, lively community, man.
it's
Yeah.
awesome.
Filled with good people, filled with a lot of people that like lost a lot of money, learned about it.
Mm-hmm.
Are
A
disciplined
lot of people have
traders,
to take
and
that
they're willing
risk,
to
man.
help.
100%.
They're willing to help. Like I think Gundy's like on the trading. What is it called? The live trading.
Yeah.
Like all day.
Yeah.
He doesn't have
Team
to do
discussion,
that.
man. I
Yeah.
know.
Because I know he banks like the first 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I instantly clicked with him. I just knew it. Like I remember calling Dimitri. I'm like,
Such a nice guy.
yeah,
Yeah.
there's this guy just reaching out and he wants to help, blah blah blah. And usually in business, guys, you don't do that type of stuff. And something just told me that.
Yeah, I remember I was asking you a couple of weary questions. I'm like, is he like this? Is he gonna fuck
is
you
he-
over?
Yeah,
like,
that's what I mean. And like that, I got that from a lot of the people close to me. And so my gut just told me, I'm like, because I've had multiple conversations with him before, and I usually don't trust easy, but I'm very thankful, Gundy. So shout out to Gundy for what he's bringing to the table and
shout out to the whole
like
Discord,
teaching
man. Yeah.
guys like
gotta bring more people on too, right?
Yeah.
On the podcast.
yeah, he's gonna come. Him and Amber are gonna come on.
That'd be cool.
So we'll either do it in New York City. He's too scared to fly an airplane, so anywhere
And a
he could
cruise ship
drive.
too, right?
Yeah,
Tell him
Come
to
on,
drive
man.
back here. I'm down
Yeah.
to do it here.
Yeah,
Can
100%.
we go somewhere warm
Even
next?
though it's cold, I love it
is,
here,
it,
man.
is that too much to ask
I was
from you guys?
complaining, but I really like Montreal.
I told you, Montreal's wicked, dude. I
yeah.
told you guys, man.
It's
Like,
not as congested. It's nice.
Yeah.
Steven got the link to everything, so it's great, man.
yeah. No, it's phenomenal. I love it down here. It's like my second home.
Yeah, for sure.
'Cause we've been coming here for years. And it's
It
just
is
one of
cool.
those spots. It's
I
like,
feel comfortable here though, right? It's like city vibes.
I wasn't expecting it, like I was on the phone call with my wife right now and she's like, it's 60 degrees. Right now it's like 15, so
Yeah.
it's like such a drastic.
Yeah.
for such a
me-
short trip away.
Yeah, for
Like a
such
6,
it was
7
an
hour
hour
drive.
flight.
Yeah.
And it was like a 50 degrees difference.
Yeah.
For you, it was like what, 3 hour flight, and it's like a
Yeah.
70 degrees difference.
Yeah, it's
So
crazy. Yeah, I just went from palm trees
Yeah.
to snow
Yeah.
in like the morning.
Yeah.
100%, man.
I wasn't just expecting it, that's why. But I like it here now.
But I just wanted, like, that's why I wanted these guys here, because it just goes to show, like, we can have a great time even if the weather's cold. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, weather is only, like,
gotta
yes, if
bundle
there's
up,
a
bud.
beach, like, obviously being warm is nicer. And even coming down here in the summer is nicer. But there's something about the snow. I don't know. Maybe I'm just Canadian bored, man. But snow doesn't bother me. And
It's pretty.
yeah, it is. Just Montreal different.
Mhm.
Montreal different, man. This weather, guys.
I thought
Even
it was
people from
cool.
Toronto, they come, like, we come down here. Me and my boys were like, "What the hell?" Like,
You
thought
know
it
what
was-
I wanted to ask you? I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, you're
From
good.
the last pod, I know I shared this. You shared it. Steve, you didn't share your biggest loss.
Yeah.
You didn't have
My
time or
biggest
something. Yeah,
loss?
so I wanted to ask you, what was your biggest loss?
my biggest
You don't have to give me a
loss.
dollar amount, but like, how did it work out? Or like, if you have a story. I know
I
you've been
don't-
trading for over like 10 years.
Yeah. Mine isn't like a big loss at once. It's like a massive account very quickly, right? So I'd probably say I've definitely had like 10K days, L days for sure.
Like periodically.
Yeah, for sure. I
Damn.
blew up a 6-figure
The
account.
stair stepping of death.
Yeah,
P&L.
stair stepping of death right down.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been through
But
that.
it's part of it, man.
Yeah.
And it's like, but I have PTSD from that up to this day. That's why it doesn't matter how many millions I have in my bank account or whatever the hell I have. I just trade the same size no matter what. If I'm doing 0 days, I'm doing 6 months out, a year out. I have PTSD. Like, I feel like, I still feel like I've been trading for so long. I went through so much trauma. Like, imagine losing your entire freaking wealth, guys. Like, that's like mental, that destroys you mentally, especially when you have a family to look after. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
for sure. It's crazy
like-
how you bounce back. Like a lot of traders, they can't bounce back. They can't do well in the market if
Yeah.
they're not mentally or emotionally stable.
That's
Yeah,
that
because
2%.
usually, yeah, everything that
Right.
I used to growing up and I failed at, I usually just gave up, right? And I was tired of quitting, man. And this is the one thing that I'm like, I know what I'm doing and people can do this and I'm going to do it. And this is the first thing in my life I never gave up. Like, usually if I didn't like a job, I'd quit, find another job. Played a sport, didn't like it, went to another sport, or whatever it was. And this was the one thing I stuck with. And I'm telling you, man, if you have a game plan and you stick to something, you will succeed no matter what. And I'm the living proof of it. All three are living proof of
It's
it, man.
just like a really good feeling that you could just rely on yourself, right?
Yeah.
And not Discord aside, like just trading abilities. Like anywhere I take this,
Mm-hmm.
I'll be okay.
Yeah.
And knowing that in my head, it still hasn't like clicked
Mm-hmm.
because I was just telling you that. Like I still get self-doubt sometimes.
Yeah.
Like we'll go on a nice hot
Yeah.
streak, and then we'll just have a weird shift in the market.
100%.
And then I'll have a couple of days where I get beat up, and then you got to take a breather and just reassess.
Yeah, it's adapting to the market.
Go
right?
back to your roots, what
Exactly.
you learned, your discipline, your
Yeah.
take profit levels, your game plan before you get into a trade,
100%.
and then just get after it again and get back up.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, the market keeps giving us curveballs. Like, I remember me saying even on the first pod, like I trade 0 dates. I haven't been trading 0 dates in the last 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like these levels.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Like when SPY is at like 455 or above, I feel like we could either like go down 5 points in like a minute
Mm-hmm.
or just like chop our ways up.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I don't like 0 days for that. So that's why I adapted and I started trading weeklies.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, the market is just like a constant curveball every single day.
Yeah.
And it's either you're open-minded,
You
and
just
succeed, or you're just gonna be emotional. And
You just
you're
got me
gonna
like I just got like butterflies in my stomach thinking about like being in 0-day calls and like the market just drops to retest levels.
Dude, you're gonna blow up. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Especially if you're sizing
Could
crazy.
you imagine? Like, it's that's why like risk management, setting a stop loss.
Yeah.
That's the only way you're gonna protect yourself.
Yeah.
And we preach it. We probably sound like idiots because how many times a day do you say it?
Yeah.
How many times a day do you type it out?
Yeah.
Set a stop.
Many times.
You know, start trimming, sell the move. And if you do and you stick to it, you end up green.
That's why it comes down to buying at the best setups.
Yeah.
Like Steve, I know every single day you preach about that.
Yeah.
You buy at the best setups. What do you like? What kind of key levels or like what kind of indicators do you use? Do you use anything? Like what setups are your best setups?
My best setups. So okay, I have multiple setups because I have two different types of trading strategies. So I will either like I have micro and macro levels as I said before, but I will make key levels on the 5-minute chart, like go back 5 days, and then I will make them on the daily chart. And if I make the levels on the daily chart a thicker line, so I know I made this key level on the daily chart. That is when I know to hit with safer contracts, like at least a week, 2 weeks out. But when it comes to indicators, if I could just choose one indicator to keep, if I only had to choose one indicator in general, it would be the 200 EMA on the
Money
5-minute,
printer.
man. It's
Money
a
printer.
freaking money printer. dude.
There's always a reaction.
Yeah, you're
People
pretty
don't.
successful
A
on
lot of
that.
people don't use it, and it's like the Discord knows, man. Like we all of us know that that's our free money line. It happens so
There's
often.
always a reaction.
Always a
Even
reaction,
if it's
man.
small, there's
And even if
you
it
have a good
blows
entry
through
on
it,
it,
yeah.
right? What about you?
Personally, I like the sorry, you gotta cut that out.
What?
He said, "Yo, Omar, do not cut
You
this
gotta
out.
cut that
Don't
out.
fucking
What?
cut
No?
this out. Yo, leave it."
That's all right. We're drinking, guys. Fucking
Yeah, it's the whiskey.
Nah.
What's if you had to choose one indicator, what is it?
I like the VWAP, and my favorite strategy is the retest strategy. Like, imagine like price action is just choppy, and all of a sudden we get like a crazy either a Hulk dig bar or like a crazy blood bar. We are definitely going to retest.
Yeah, 100%.
Like if it breaks VWAP downside, we're gonna retest it. That's my favorite position
you know
to
what
get
I
in
put in
once it
my-
retests.
You know what I put in my head, like with that strategy? Like pulling a rubber band, right?
Yeah.
Like the rubber band's on VWAP, and we get this like crazy move, and it like it shocks back up to it, and then it will continue most of the time, right?
Yeah,
But-
once it shocks back up,
yeah,
That's it.
buy the puts if
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
that, and it's just gonna go down.
But
or the opposite.
a lot of people, if the elastic band's here, they're starting to buy the opposite direction, but it can go double that. You need to know how, like, that's why I like playing key levels, because if it breaks through a certain amount of my key levels, I know I'm safe to buy. And if it keeps going, I'll stop out and wait for the next key level. But a lot of people, especially going against the trend, you have to make sure you are buying, or like wherever that big move happens in either direction, it's on a key level. Because if you buy in between, it can continue selling off. That big red bar can only be half the move. The next 5-minute candle could, and the candle after that can just keep tanking.
Yeah, we
Right?
can have those fuckery days where
Exactly,
no key
yeah.
level is retested.
Yeah.
And like those days, I don't like to trade. I don't like to trade. I
when
just
we
sit on
came-
my hands.
When we came off of 409, like there was a couple days where it just squeezed all day up.
Buddy,
Yeah.
me and Dimitri had calls at 409.
Yeah,
Could you
We had
imagine?
I
410
had
calls.
calls at that time, and I just sold for like
Were you
a
out?
30 cents profit.
Were you far out on expiration or no?
I was on 0 dates.
Oh.
But can you imagine if I was like on a month out?
God.
I swung. I even made a YouTube video about it. I'm swinging calls.
Ugh.
And I literally had the low. I bought in the absolute low and I swung. And I sold for a $2 gain or $3 gain. And this thing runs
$50
freaking $40.
That's a retirement
$50. Crazy, man.
No, it's based on your past experience, your discipline. It's not
Yeah.
crazy. You're just disciplined, and you know your strategy.
Yeah.
When you're up, you take money. When you're down, you take the loss. That's it.
100%.
That's all it comes to. It's just discipline.
I want to ask you guys another question while we're on this topic. I'm curious. What does your family think about you guys being day traders?
Go for it, Ryan.
That was a tough sell.
Right?
Yeah, it was a very tough sell.
Yeah.
I got an Italian background, right? My dad, he was a police officer. He owned a landscaping company, and he taught me like you always need to have like multiple sources of income. So like believing in just sitting behind a computer and trading stocks, it was not easy
Yeah.
until profits started coming in, right?
Yeah.
But even still, I think nobody really understands unless you're in it.
Yeah.
Because I always hear that line, like, if it's that easy, everybody could do it, right?
Yeah.
How many times have you heard that from people?
Yeah.
And it's not easy.
Every profession.
No, that's a
It's-
fact though.
Yeah.
If it's easy, everyone would do it.
Yeah.
Right?
But I don't personally don't think it's easy. Like,
Of
there's
course
days
not.
there's days I still get my ass handed to me,
Oh, of course.
and I consider myself a very good trader.
Yeah.
But my family's just a little bit on the old school side of things, I think.
Yeah, of
You
course.
know?
But now they're on the same page.
Yeah,
like,
I
they
mean, we're
respect
doing
it.
well. Like, I'm comfortable,
Yeah.
and I think that they are proud,
Yeah.
and we'll see when Christmas presents start showing up to their house. They'll be all right.
What
But
about
no,
you?
I love my family, man.
Yeah.
They put that like drive in me. You know, like I always had side hustles. I was mowing lawns when I was in high school.
Yeah.
Like I felt rich in high school. Like I was just going down the street, $20 here, $20 there, $20 there.
Oh yeah.
Nobody was making money in high school.
Yeah.
Like freshman year, not even driving. I was just driving my lawnmower down the street.
For sure, that's what I
Yeah.
wanted to touch based on like
Like,
my whole life. I was a hustler also,
You
like
have to
yourself.
be,
Mhm.
right?
And I think my family, like they obviously they don't understand this.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think my uncle dabbled into stocks and he told me a story a couple of years ago. He lost like 300K and he gave up.
Mm-hmm.
I lost more than that.
Yeah.
I kept going.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
I succeeded and I got my I got my losses back.
Yeah.
But it's all about giving up.
Yeah.
But I personally, I always hustled. Growing up in New York, you gotta hustle. It's really
Mhm.
cutthroat here.
Mm-hmm.
But they're very open-minded, my family.
Mm-hmm.
I still have a job.
Yeah.
I run an optical in Brooklyn, New York, and I still go there. Like I go there whenever I want. I leave whenever I want.
Mm-hmm.
But I trade in my office.
Yeah.
So it's not like I'm just
So they're
like,
okay with you trading? Was it a hard sell, or that do they understand it to this day?
They don't understand what I'm doing. Obviously it's like I'm a gambler always.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know. As long as it's like Ryan said, there's presents. My kids are fed.
Yeah.
There's
Bills are paid.
bills
you're
are
happy.
paid.
Yeah.
Everything is good. Like
Yeah.
we live in good, you know.
Taxes are paid.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know. I got married. I went on like 5-6 different vacations the first year. Like I
Yeah.
kept doing that. So
Yeah.
I feel like if you're living good, you're living good.
Yeah. I
But,
think is like a lot harder to sell for me because I was the type of guy who always had a job, next job. Oh, I'm doing this. I'm starting this company, setting this company. And my parents were, as soon as I told them I was into trading, and there's so many highs and lows, right? Like I used to tell my dad, oh, I made this amount. And I'm like, oh shit, I lost this amount, or I friggin' lost all my money. Like that was the hardest thing I ever had to do is tell my dad when I lost all my money. But I don't think that my parents are very supportive of me.
Yeah.
And after like I reached the lows, like my parents are like, are you crazy? Like you're actually gonna do this again? Like guarantee they're like, oh shit, here we go again, right? But it just goes to to show that once you fail, you will succeed. And now that like especially in my parents' eyes, like I'm the type of guy like I don't like showing money. I don't brag about money. I don't do anything, right? Because I've never come from like money before. And last time I had money, man, I showed it off and I lost it all. So now I'm like very conservative, and being at the position I am right now, it's like I'm in the top 1% of the entire world in trading community, all of us three. You know what I mean? From what we have accomplished. So it's always uneasy for a parent to see their kid fail, right? And then to continue at something that is known to the rest of the community as gambling, or everyone fails. Like, of course you lost money, man. This is what we've been told. And the fact that like I stuck to it, and all three of us have, and we're able to be in the position we are today
It's like
It's a
becoming a pro
blessing.
athlete,
it's a
right?
blessing, right?
Yeah.
It's
Well,
a curse also.
Do you guys
It
feel like
is.
there's a lot of pressure on you though sometimes?
There used to be like a lot of pressure on me, right? And the way I've dealt with that is I just kept working, and I do have a lot of pressure, right? Like I have like a lot of things to pay for. Like I help my mom out, I help whatever I can, and the issue is with all that pressure is finding like you time, right? Because I feel like it's not really pressure. It's that I have so much responsibility right now
Yeah.
that I don't have a break ever. Like I don't, when I'm on vacation, I'm working. I'm stuck in a hotel room. What, like even us, like we're away right now from our families, but we're still working. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
not having a break. So it's not
a
pressure.
Saturday.
It's like,
Yeah.
it's just stress of 24/7, especially the company that we started. It's like, there's always an issue. There's always someone to get back to. There's always X, Y, and Z happening.
But I know the community appreciates it though, because like we're always available.
Yeah.
You know, like all somebody has to do is tag Top Sniper, tag Dimitri, tag me
Yeah.
to ask a question, and like it's there. Like
Mhm.
that 24/7 customer support, that's us, and we're like always available for somebody if they have questions.
Yeah.
And I love
comments.
helping it, man. I
Yeah.
wish 8 years ago, 9 years ago, when I started this journey, I wish we had this.
Yeah, I do too.
Like,
God,
I
me
didn't
too.
have anything. I was just gambling.
Yeah.
Like,
I remember trading on the line charts.
me too.
Did you like start like
I
that?
was trading on my phone on TD Ameritrade on the line
on the
chart.
line?
I didn't know what the hell a candle was.
Yeah.
Me too. That's so funny. I did the exact same
I
thing.
didn't know what indicators was. I didn't know what levels were.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know anything. Like, I liked Macy's. I got in Macy's. I did eBay. I got in eBay.
Yeah.
I was just stupid.
Yeah.
Could you imagine like back when like options haven't been around a long time, but could you imagine back like on like the New York Stock Exchange where you had to call in your position? Could you imagine trying to trade like that?
That's crazy.
Like there would be somebody sitting at the phone. You got to
Wolf of
call
Wall
in.
Street,
I want
yeah.
100 shares of Apple.
That would be the
or 100
slowest
shares of
fills
Microsoft.
ever. Can you
Yeah.
imagine?
Yeah, and they fill you, and then they hang up the phone. Like, what if it tanks? And you want to get out of it? You have to call again.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
You got
I
a busy
know.
line.
But that just goes
gotta
to show,
sell.
like,
Yeah.
that's what makes it worth it for me, right? Because a lot of the times, like, we're stressed out. We're always working, right? 24/7. We all have something to do at all times. Like, either it's YouTube videos or it's a conference call with you guys, going over how we're going to expand. There's a lot of stress and there's a lot of pressure on all of us to maintain the standard of where we are right now and how to grow from there. And it always makes it worth it when we have the people who reach out to us and thank me,
Oh, dude,
like,
look at the
for
reviews
what
on
we've
WAP.
done, right? Because I've always known I'm more powerful, aligned with more people than just myself. Like a one-man show will not last, right? So bringing in people, growing big as a team, and it's honestly the feedback that we get that just makes me keep going. It's like, look what we've all done up to this day. Like, I'm not done. I'm young. We got like
Oh, we got so much education we're gonna bring too.
so much, man.
But like, did you read the reviews on WAP so far? They're awesome.
yeah,
it's like
no, it
5
means a
stars
lot,
across the
man.
board.
It means a lot. Like, we've, especially, I'm not going to get into it, but you guys know the BS that we've been through in the last 7 months, and
Yeah.
the position we are in today, we're truly blessed.
Oh,
But it also was not
definitely.
handed to us. It took a lot of work, man.
Yeah.
A lot of work behind the scenes, rebuilding from nothing. But I'm proud. I'm proud because people are thankful,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, it feels
and
good.
we offer things that a lot of other Discords don't, because I think we're more personable, because I think all of us are responding to people 24/7. Like, even though like it may take me a while to get back to you,
It's a normal thing,
It's a
but
normal
yeah, I'm
thing.
extremely grateful myself. Like, you guys putting this
yeah,
whole thing in a like, you're including me on this journey of yours, and we eat, sleep, and breathe this.
yeah,
Like,
You have to though, right?
like I could wake up at 6:40, 6:30 a.m. and like post something, and like I see like
Somebody
at 5:30,
responds, yeah.
Steven already posted something, and
Yeah.
I'm like, damn. I'm like, this
Yeah.
guy's already like up at
Team-
5:30.
team
Do you
No
guys
sleep.
get excited to like chart pre-market?
Yeah, I love
I
it.
love it.
Yeah, it's the
And,
best.
like once you get to that mindset where like you're looking forward to a Monday, that's the job.
yeah, I
That's it.
I
not
try
even
my
considered
best
work.
every single day. I post early in the morning for the whole team. Even though I wasn't trading yesterday, I
Mhm.
still posted the key levels. I really love helping.
we train,
Yeah.
we teach.
Yeah.
We train, we teach. When is it done for you? Like, what's your end goal, and when are you gonna call it quits? Have
If you
guys
like
thought about
something,
it?
why call it quits? I say, but
What's the end goal? What's your end goal?
we could stop trading. We could keep teaching, obviously.
Yeah,
Like, speaking of dividend plays, obviously, we could just have like a massive portfolio where we just get paid dividends.
yeah,
But teaching, I don't know. I can't answer you that yet because I really like where I'm at.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
teaching the group and like growing the group.
Yeah.
It's only like what, a couple of months, and we
Yeah.
have like what, 500 members.
Yeah.
Can you imagine we could like double that in a couple of months?
Yeah. No, like
So-
when it comes to trading, like when do you what do you have to reach and what do you have to do to no longer trade anymore? What's your end goal? Like
Damn.
what
That's a
'cause, like,
tough question.
That's a
because
tough question.
You're putting
It
like
is.
a value on it, and I don't look at it that way.
Yeah.
You know, like once we're all at the point now where like what we make, and we're like content, right?
Super. Yeah.
like
That's why
I-
I trade like 1 to 2
I love
trades
the
a day.
community. I love the guys that we all work with, and like I love helping the group. But like I don't have a dollar amount.
Mm-hmm.
You know, obviously, like we all want to be like super successful and wealthy, but to me, like wealth is just being a part of this amazing community, and then I can go change my oil at 10:30 if I wanted to.
Yeah.
You know, I think everybody should have that goal where they can work towards financial freedom in
Yeah.
time and not have to be tied down to a 9 to 5, 40 hours a week, overtime, trying to get a paycheck,
Yeah.
living off the paycheck.
100%.
If we can get our community on the same level as us,
Yeah.
we'd be an absolute powerhouse.
Yeah. No, for sure. And we are. And that something I forgot to mention when we were talking about why we keep doing what we're doing and when enough is enough. When I was saying that we get a lot of DMs, I personally get a lot of DMs about people thanking me. I don't come from a high education background. I come from a high school background. And what made it like, it was like sparks just went off. Like, and I finally understood of where I am in life is when we have someone, I'm not going to mention their name, but they're in our Discord. I was telling the guys, and they're in Harvard Law. And they're in a Discord trying to learn from me, well, from us, right? Yeah. But like, I'm just like, from my point of view, like someone wants to pick my brain, someone wants me to help them learn, and they're in like the highest education possible in the entire world. It's like that's what made it worth it for me. Like, it's just even thinking about that is like I feel like it's a dream. You know what I mean?
Question. Like,
Yeah.
what's the stop?
Yeah.
Like, it's a good feeling giving back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I know.
The
It's like-
testimonials are awesome though.
Yeah.
It is cool to see. Like I know a couple people that have completely left their job and they're working in our Discord full time.
Yeah.
Trading.
I know.
That's the
And then
best
when they
feeling.
joined, like
It's the best feeling.
when they joined you originally, right? They were still working, and now like we got them to the point where they're free
Yeah.
and they could trade on their own. That's amazing. Feels
Yeah.
good.
That's the end goal. That, like, for me to answer my own question, I want everyone part of my Discord to be self-sufficient, and that's when I'll call it quits. Like I hated school. I hated every freaking teacher I've ever had, and now the fact that like I'm technically a teacher and I'm teaching people, now I understand why teachers do what they do.
Yeah.
Now I understand why they're in that industry. Even though to them they may not got paid, they may not make a lot, but they get enjoyment of teaching, and that's where I am right now. It's like I don't want anyone to make the same mistakes I've done or you guys have done. We point them in the right direction, and yeah, it's like that's what makes it worth it. Honestly, like
That's where teaching comes from, right?
yeah,
Passing experience down.
I know. Let's look at some other questions. Oh yeah, okay. First of all, I forgot. I don't know if I've even said this in a podcast, guys. The 30-minute strategy. You guys need to learn this and do not bet against a 30-minute strategy, because even up to like this day, sometimes I enter a trade on the 5-minute or the 1 minute and don't look at the 30. The 30 is like the most important time frame to be watching if you're a day trader.
For sure.
I just wanted to let you guys know. I know it's completely off topic, but if you are wanting to make a short and the previous 30-minute candle, even if you're playing at a key level, but the previous 30-minute candle is bullish, you're most likely going to lose money on that trade. And vice versa. If you want to enter a call at a position, but the previous 30-minute candle is very bearish, that there's an 80% chance that will not work. So I know I was off topic, but you guys, before you make a trade, make sure you're watching the 30-minute time frame, because a 30-minute time frame tells the story. Sometimes a 5-minute, it may look like it's looking bullish, guys. You're seeing long wicks, but then you click the 30-minute time frame and it's a massive red candle, the previous one. So you know it's not going to break up. It's going to break back down. I just wanted to
That was well said. That's a real
Yeah,
right
it's just
there,
zoom
Steve.
zoom out, right?
Yeah, no, I just forgot, and it was in my notes. I'm like, I forgot to like I have to stress that because
Yeah.
the 30-minute tells a story, dude. Like,
Yeah, yeah. It's
that-
momentum, the trend.
yeah. And I often if I take an L, it's because I don't look at the 30-minute.
30-minute reversals are sick though.
Oh, I fucking
If you
love
can,
it.
if you can catch them, it's just it's a little bit of a risky play.
Yeah.
But once like the reversal happens and the 30 closes green, I've had some pretty long holds.
Yeah, with the wicks below.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Then it just keeps going. Yeah. Especially if it's like on a key level.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's what happened, I think, a few days ago. Like, it was just like, it wouldn't go lower than 458.
but that's what you preach: supply and demand.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
That's
supply
it.
and
It's
demand.
so simple.
458, yeah.
If you just look at the chart
Yeah.
and you just supply and demand levels,
Yeah.
that's all you play, and you print.
What's not simple is trading times. What's your favorite trading time? What's your worst trading time? What do you guys like to trade? Because I know it all ranges, right?
Yeah, I mean it depends on the day. Like
Depends on the day, yeah.
if we have like a crazy gap up or gap down in pre-market, I would probably like to catch an overreaction at open.
Yeah.
But like I know it's risky.
Yeah.
It could continue, but a lot of the time it'll move.
Mhm.
But I've lost the most money and made the most money like right around open and right at close.
Yeah. The most volatile
Yeah.
times.
Yeah. So like, and then you don't necessarily want to be trading like for death hour around noon when there's no volume. So I'd say probably once you get a little bit of data on the chart, right? 11, 10:30, 11.
Yeah.
Your chart's a little bit established. You can kind of see a direction.
Mm-hmm.
For beginners, that would probably be the best spot to start getting into play.
Yeah.
For experienced guys, like I know you sometimes hit opening candle and you'll print.
Yeah.
This guy freaking did 100% on puts like at
Yeah,
open, and
crazy.
the thing just dropped to like 10 o'clock. What was that on
100%.
Tuesday this
Yeah,
week?
I just looked at the pre-gap. That's what supply
Yeah.
and demand of the pre-gap.
Yeah.
So it kept rejecting. So I just hit it.
Yeah.
But that rarely happens. I like momentum, and as you said, like during those like lunch hours,
Yeah,
there's no momentum. I don't like trading towards the end of the days. Like the spreads are crazy, but really depends on the day. Like
yeah.
Mhm.
the beginning of the day, or even after one when the chart is established. I really like that.
And like, what does this come back to? Like chart time. Like
Yeah.
how many hours have you spent like looking at a chart?
All day.
Like you can just see it.
Mhm.
You don't even have to look at the volume. You could just see what it's doing.
Yeah.
And like as these guys get more comfortable with like more time in the charts, it's just gonna click.
Yeah.
And you'll be able to tell if it's gonna be like a MM day or it's gonna chop and barcode like the day before earnings or we got Fed speakers coming out. It's every day there's just a different challenge.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about this job because it's never the same,
Yeah.
right?
100%.
Some of the strategies hit, but
Before we go, I wanted to ask you guys another question. And this is not a stock related question. I'm just very curious because we all do well for ourselves, and I'm curious of what you guys do. What are you doing now to create wealth or to protect your wealth, non-stock related? What are you doing with your money? How are you hooking yourself up or looking out for yourself in the future? What are you doing right now for another stream of income or creating more wealth or protecting your profits the money you've made?
I'm being patient. As I said, I'm very biased against like what's gonna happen in the next month. Next year, as far as economically. I think the whole world is going downhill. So I'm being very patient.
I think the whole world's going
I don't know. I'm just being
Going
honest with you. Like,
damn, man.
as far as like the interest rates, once it like just goes down historically, we're just
Yeah.
gonna like
No, not stock related.
plummet.
No, like,
But
like
I mean,
business-wise.
I mean market related. Like
Yeah.
as far as real estate,
Yeah.
business wise, like
Yeah.
I'm in retail. I'm also in medical. My business isn't the same as it was like 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
Yeah.
So you could tell people are losing money. Like not a lot of people
a lot
have
of people
money.
are.
Yeah.
So I am liquid right now.
Mhm.
I'm sitting in like liquid, just waiting for an opportunity
Mhm. To for what?
Real estate.
for real estate.
Yeah.
For real estate, like
What's your plan with real estate?
first, I want to buy like a nice big house for the family.
Yeah.
I also want like commercial properties because
Mhm.
we're in New York.
Yeah.
Commercial properties are like the best.
Mm-hmm.
So like
Just
rent them
lease 'em
out,
out,
just
yeah.
lease them out.
Yeah.
But what is it called? Me and Ryan, we were talking about this, like Airbnb,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
like in Texas
Crazy
or like
business.
in Georgia or Atlanta or something like that. Like,
Yeah.
so we gotta be patient, like in real life, just like it relates to stocks.
Yeah.
I'm just biased. I don't know if I'm right or not. We'll check back in a year.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't trust like where we are economically right now.
Yeah.
So I'm just I'm liquid.
Yeah. What about you, Ryan?
What was the question again? No, I'm messing around. No, dude, I'm cash too. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I sleep good when
Yeah.
I know all my positions are closed.
Yeah.
I got a couple CDs that are collecting 4.95% interest,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just waiting. You know, if we get like a crazy '08 like housing crash,
Yeah.
we'll buy up a couple
I
properties.
can't wait. I wish
Yeah.
that happened.
What about business wise? Like, what are you investing in right now? What do you want to do other than just buy real estate? Like
When I'm
to
like,
create real wealth, right?
see, like,
Other than real estate.
I'm gonna take this a different direction, right? I'm gonna create real wealth for myself, but I was actually also talking to Dimitri about this. I want to work with special needs kids like for free.
Yeah.
Like I want to be wealthy enough to like not worry about a dollar
Mhm.
and just do what would fill me as a
Yeah.
person
Mm-hmm.
and just work with kids, start a school, do something like I can give back.
Mm-hmm.
And to me that's where I know I made it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. No,
when,
that's good.
when you can open your heart up and like because everybody puts a value on everything in life.
Mhm.
Everything costs something.
Mhm.
Nothing's free.
Yep.
You know, when you're wealthy enough to the point where like you're okay
Yeah.
and you can give back to the community and do what you want to do,
Mm-hmm.
that's it. That's wealth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I know. Especially when we're fortunate enough to sometimes have very big wins, comparative speaking. Obviously, what I do and what I would recommend is never think that you keep compounding your account is going to grow you wealth. I've learned from experience, guys, that the more and the bigger you try to make your account is the bigger losses you could occur.
Mm.
So what like personally what I've been doing is reminding to pay myself and
for sure.
not
Yeah.
just the amount that I need to live. I will take a portion out if my account starts getting too high. And instead of risking my capital like tens of thousands, instead of leaving it in an account, I've been buying precious metals, right? Just to like hold wealth, hopefully preservation of wealth. Also preparing, like I just bought 2 pre-built condos. That's where I'm going to be putting my like bigger money into because
Safer.
even if the stock market crashes, guys, real estate has a history that within 10 to 20 years you end up making money, right? So it's more of a long-term hold. So the more money you end up making, make sure you're taking some of that money out and putting it somewhere else because it's not always the safest thing to keep it in your brokerage account. Don't be scared to dabble into new things. Don't be scared to start a new company because the more time you're in the market, if the more greedy you become, the market will end up taking it. So I've learned to take out more money and I just buy things that will hopefully be an investment in the future, like watches. Like we're all watch heads here, and
Because like intraday, even
yeah,
I've heard you say like the more trades you take, it exposes you to more risk.
Yeah.
You're like looking at a macro perspective, right?
yeah,
The less time that you have to be in the market and you can put your money elsewhere, you'll eventually make more.
yeah. Because that's what happened to me. Because I was so focused on making my account bigger, making my account bigger. I want a 6-figure account. I want
It
a
is sick to
7-figure
see,
account,
though.
and I was just addicted to seeing the balance of my account go up, go up, go up. And instead of just paying myself, making 10 grand and leaving that 10 grand in there, taking 5 out, you know what I mean, and put it somewhere else because from my experience, when I was focusing on the bigger number, guys, I ended up getting too greedy and wanted that number to go higher much quicker, and then that's when it just started going down.
For
So,
sure.
It's like pulling money out. Dimitri, I know he even posts it, guys. He's the first one to pull money out. And we do it for a reason, right? Your money's not always the safest in the market. So don't be scared to invest in yourself. Don't be scared to bet on yourself. Don't be scared to start a new company. Don't be scared to buy an investment property or an investment watch or precious metals or whatever it is. Like, you don't need to have trading as your only income because you need to let your money work for you. And sometimes it's a longer hold and it's better than investing in the stock market, buying a little piece of real estate, a little piece of land, a gold bar, a silver bar, whatever.
I'll
right?
expand on that gold bar silver bar,
Yeah.
the precious metal. I mean, I grew up in New York, the Diamond District. Everybody should have like a set of like forks, knives, utensils in their house with like sterling silver, in my opinion, because it's safer. First of all, I think like bacteria wise, but also like over time, precious metals do grow.
Yeah.
Like especially when economically like we're screwed, it's like the opposite effect.
Yeah.
Precious metals goes up at a time of turmoil for America.
Yeah.
So like in my household personally, we have like a whole set of like 12 of everything. They're all sterling silver. We also have like a fruit basket. It's all sterling
Got
silver.
18-karat forks.
No, just sterling
He's
silver.
got a 24 karat gold knife.
No,
I've
it's
seen it,
sterling
guys.
silver. It's like, what is it called? It's like $20 an ounce right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get like a whole set. I mean, I purchased it like personally. I purchased my whole set at $5,000.
Yeah.
Right now, it's worth like $8,000.
Yeah.
What have I been doing? I just been eating on a daily basis using it,
Yeah.
and I just made $3,000 off
So
of that.
smart.
That's freaking genius.
So
Yeah.
like, just to expand on the precious metal thing, just to give a
Yeah.
little free game,
Yeah.
like buy that. That's like the best.
Yeah.
You're using them, and I like the 1 ounce gold bars that you mentioned.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been buying ever since I was like in high school.
Yeah.
So
That's smart, man.
doubled
Just-
up your money. If you want to flex, buy yourself a gold chain,
Yeah.
but buy it like at scrap price.
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
Google the 18 karat gold scrap price. Google 14 karat gold scrap price. Times it by the weight and just wear it, and you're literally wearing money.
Yeah.
So
The amount of
definitely,
times, dude, the amount of times I could have just pulled out and bought a Rolex, and then I'd freaking have $1 million worth of Rolexes right now.
Yeah, for sure.
But I was greedy, and I kept wanting to make more money. So when I should have paid myself, I didn't, and the market ends up taking it from overexposing
That's a
yourself.
good point.
Right?
a good
It's
way to
like,
put it,
yo,
yeah.
buy physical items. This is what my best friend always told me. He's like, I could have just bought this T-shirt or this necklace or this watch, but instead I just lost in the market. I have nothing to show for it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Buy it.
commodities and real estate
Just
is the
buy
way to
it.
go.
You don't anticipate to make less money next month. We're always focused on making more money. So if you want something, you have the money for it. Freaking buy it, and it's a lot safer to hold because it's out of your trading account and you actually have a physical item. Not I had 20 grand and I just lost it. Right? Buy it. If you want something, work towards it and buy it, guys. Because nothing is guaranteed in the stock market, man. Nothing in investing, nothing's guaranteed, right? So as long as you are able to diversify yourself into physical objects, precious metals, real estate, land, even clothes. Like some people I know like buy clothes and designer handbags and
Sneakers.
right, and the sneakers like Mo, like those things make a crap ton of money, right? So don't get greedy and don't keep all your money in one place. Is the thing I highly recommend people do, right?
Steve, I want to thank you for hosting such a cool, eventful trip.
Get out of
Appreciate
here,
you
man.
for having me here, and
Welcome to
for
Canada,
the hospitality. Man, you got us a suite here.
man. Yeah.
It's really cool. And I think it's a wrap, man. This podcast was cool.
Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate it. I'm so happy you guys were able to come and
100%.
check us out. But yeah, definitely next one, we're definitely going somewhere warm, guys.
Please.
do
Because
it.
we've been stuck in a suite.
I'm
'cause
feeling
it's friggin'
Mexico, but I'm not
negative
going to
13
say
outside.
anything.
Yeah,
Maybe
I
Omar's
know.
going to bleep me again.
Yeah.
We hyped up Miami in the last one. It's just, if you guys were wondering. That's
Yeah,
all.
yeah. The
We weren't
bleep was
swearing.
Miami. We were supposed to do something, and plans changed.
Yeah.
But anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it.
you.
Remember, if you guys would like to be a part of the Discord, the link is in the bio. Any questions you have, make sure you just write them in the comments. We'll answer them next time. We will be somewhere warmer next time, God willing. And that is all from us, guys. So thank you, guys. And stay green. Take your profits and stay green. Take care, guys.